Hey guys, it's Andy from Primal Power here again, here in my camper van, and today I want to talk about the essence of this channel, the essence of Primal Power. The idea of Primal Power is using fundamental human tools on a very deep level, like cold exposure, sleep, exercising, all of that stuff, but combining it in the right way, in order to maximize your growth, your mental and physical performance, your health, your energy. Just have to tap the camera very quickly. Your health, your energy, your your attractiveness. Also, even your spiritual connection, your connection to the earth, your feeling of happiness and fulfilledness. What's different to self-development is that we kind of like bring in the primal aspect, because that's kind of like the thing that me and Ludwig did earlier in our lives, was survival, which is, you know, living outside in the woods, making fires. Our hobby used to be with an axe to chop down trees. So yeah, that's where we come from the outdoors. And I see that many of the kind of like self-development aspects are actually already in the survival and outdoor aspect. So I think it plays together. I think the survival and outdoor part is what's missing from kind of like mainstream safe development. And also recently I've been reading many books and watching many YouTube videos actually throughout the last years, about things, like the Wim Hof method, or how to optimize your sleep, or nutrition. It's something I've been obsessed about for a very long time of my life, because I always wanted to optimize myself. And yeah, that's the idea of the Primal Power method, through going back to our roots, going back to basics. Just fucking boosting our life. Lifestyle is the base, which you have to get sorted. Then a lot of the effort that you put into your everyday life is gonna be exercising, because that's something you're doing it, but you're not just doing it, you also put your energy and effort in there. And then the third column is survival, which is being outside. For the four kind of like aspects of survival is making fire, building a shelter, finding water and finding food. And that's something me and Ludwig actually actively did, and we're gonna share it on this channel. And that's what our ancestors were doing. If you look at a time scale, then humans like us existed for 400,000 years. And 10,000 years ago, which is a tiny little part of this time, we started having fields, you know. We went away from being hunters and gatherers, and by doing this best way is doing full survival, going out with nothing. If you do that, you automatically live like a hunter and gatherer, and that's what we are made for. And also, if you're like a nuclear scientist traveling to Mars, your body and your system is still made to be a hunter and gatherer. So that's why I think if you do survival and you go out into the woods, it's very beneficial for your performance in all other aspects of life. Like I said, it's gonna make you the ultimate machine, because that's what your system wants. That's where our system thrives if we're outside in the wilderness. And that's the Primal Power method. That's where we are now. Obviously we didn't study anything, we are not like fucking science-based. Many things in the Primal Power method are science-based, but still, a lot of it is just like with the survival. I mean, there are spiritual teachers like the German guy Wolf-Dieter Stoll, and also some kind of like science about how good it is to be outside in the woods. But I believe that obviously the mainstream science, because the science that we know is powered by the mainstream, and the mainstream is not interested, like, you know, in the Red Pill movement, is not interested in us being the strongest and best versions of ourselves. So that's why I think you also have to walk a bit away from science and just use like your feeling and your logical mind. But yeah, Primal Power method, it's in development. It's already pretty structured. This is the first video now of a new playlist that I'm gonna make, Primal Power method, where I really explain the whole method. But the method is always changing. But the concept is using basic, fundamental, primal tools in order to make you the absolute machine, in order to boost us naturally to the absolute maximum that we can be. And yeah, the base for all of this is the lifestyle. Lifestyle, that's sleep, breathing, water, sun exposure, nutrition, cold exposure, sauna, no-fap, dopamine detox, supplements. That's just out of my mind, but it's very structured. And each of those points, you know, we read books about it. We try it out, we live it. Each of those points has like underpoints again, how you make it the right way. Or, you know, like obviously there are different opinions. But yeah, base is lifestyle. Second layer is exercising. Exercising, and the essence of exercising is running and calisthenics. For every sport, if you are, doesn't matter if you're an MMA fighter, if you're a mountaineer, a rock climber, if you're an ice hockey player, the fundamentals with running and calisthenics, you have the fundamentals covered. You're strong, you have endurance, you know. And running and calisthenics, like I said, is something which is not limited by technique. It's like pure performance. It's pure performance, which is amazing. And the last layer, which many people don't do, is survival, because we are made to be hunters and gatherers. We are still hunters and gatherers. And the base problem of especially young men is the modern world, the modern society. And how do you get out of the modern world, the modern society? How do you get out of that? Just by going into the woods, going into the real world. So those are the three columns of the primal method. And like I said, in this playlist I'm gonna describe it more closely. Yeah, like for example, I'm gonna make a video about sleep. I read a book about sleep. I tried many things. Sleep is a big problem in my life because I'm quite stressed. So I'm gonna make a video where I go into the depth of sleep and explain what I know. Obviously, the whole thing is always gonna be changing because we're gonna read new books. We're gonna watch new videos. We're gonna try out new things. We're gonna do new courses. So it's a process, but me and Ludwig are really young now. And we're gonna keep going on that. And we believe that this method has got ultimate potential. This method can be the ultimate self-development method to boost us. We, the young men, the next generation, to boost us to our absolute maximum, to make us strong and healthy again. And when we are strong and healthy in 10 years, which, you know guys, now we're not in charge of the world yet, but in 10 years our generation is going to be in charge of the world. When we are strong, healthy, powerful, happy, full of energy, healthy man, then we're gonna change the world and we're gonna fix all the bullshit that is going on. But the foundation for fixing all the bullshit that is going on in the world is that we're fixing ourselves first. And yeah, I think that's where the primal power method is gonna come in. The essence of this channel and all the fucking mountain adventures that we share, that's all part of the method. Going to the gym is part of the method. Yeah. So I hope you fucking enjoyed it, guys. And good things are about to come. We're gonna fucking develop it. We're gonna figure things out. We're gonna optimize everything. And the next years, it's gonna grow fucking high speed. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more details. I'm gonna try to give you my best knowledge, and I'm not a scientist. I don't have any university degrees, but honestly, from my heart, I have to tell you, I am giving my best to provide me and also you with the best techniques out there, with the best things you can do in order to maximize yourself. Yeah, and more details, good things, and power is gonna come, yeah, in the fucking next weeks, months, years. Stay primal, my friends.